Let's chat about something that occurs in the beginning of our healing and awakening. Now, often when we awaken to our patterns. We awaken to our behaviors, our characteristics, our triggers, right? So when we awaken to these patterns, one of the first things most people do is become very critical. We begin to judge them. We begin to see these things as bad. Now, what we need to actually understand is that when we crucify something or condemn it on a subconscious level, if it's a program that has been used and utilized to help serve you, it's going to continue to repeat. But when you condemn it, a lot of the time the energy starts to distort and it will come up and play out in slightly different ways. But this is how we get these looping patterns, when people kind of go, oh, I just seem to go over and over these same things, but just in different situations, right? So really understanding condemnment doesn't work. Judgment does not work to heal or change something. Usually, like I said, if a pattern has been repeating and you notice that it's something that you continually do, you need to understand, get curious about it, and get curious to know, what has it been serving? Because any pattern that's adapted into our body has been adapted, whether it's for survival or for a need of safety, protection against fear aspects, okay? So it is serving you on some level. Get curious and ask, what is it that it's helping with? When we start to see that it's serving us, we start to shift our perception of that. We start to see it with a little bit more love and understanding. Doesn't mean that we want it to continue to play out and it's no longer serving you. You want to change this pattern, but you actually can turn around and go, okay, so it is actually been helping me deal with fear aspects around abandonment. Now I need to look at where I'm feeling unsafe. What is it that happens in people that have abandonment? Whether it's anxiety, a lot of people have very, very weak boundaries, so we are people pleasers. So there's a lot of patterns that all of a sudden get adapted just by this one thing, the foundational core thing that we fear. Now, if it's only been helping you, so anxiety or people pleasing was a way of you dealing with a core issue, it was serving you at some stage. Though anxiety is not good for you, and being a people pleaser or having no boundaries are not healthy either. But we don't want to judge them in a bad way. We want to get to understand them. Having compassion is closer to the frequency of love than judgment and being critical or thinking negative thoughts. So if we look at it, love can alchemize things. When we have a more compassion towards something and more, we can start to forgive ourselves. Forgiveness is actually an energy that is extremely healing. So I really encourage people to stop and ask yourself, what is it that this has been serving? What is it that I now need to adapt in replace of that? What is a new pattern that I can adapt when I notice that I'm going to do something in this moment? And to heal things, we need to be in the now. We don't want to keep focusing on the past. We acknowledge where it came from, but we don't want to go, okay, we got to go back to the past and heal it. We change patterns in the now. There is no other moment than now. So we can start to create new neuron pathways and new changes within our subconscious mind by changing things now. And so often we need to do these things consistently to override the old pattern. But doing it with more compassion and forgiveness and love is going to get you there faster and quicker. Now, I really want you to understand, a lot of people too, when we go into this awakening, we're going into it because we want to have a better life. We are on a path where our soul is igniting us into our purpose, our passion, more love, more joy, a deeper level of truth, to heal past things that are not meant to, are not serving us moving forward any longer. They were serving us, but no longer are serving us. So we actually have to just witness these things. And we cannot change anything without witnessing it. If you do not see the pattern or the program that is playing, you cannot hack it. You can't hack a program if you don't know the program. So be kind to yourself. When you actually start to see these things, you're given a choice, that this is no longer a subconscious thing, but a conscious thing, that you can make a choice in the now. You can reflect and go, okay, what are better ways that I can move forward? What things can I do that will change this? How can I improve my feelings around this and choose better things for my future? So I hope that helps you, because these are the kind of things that I actually help a lot of my clients with. I bring in energy healing. With transformational coaching, we start to look at a lot of the core woundings that go on and these patterns that come up, and giving them awareness around better ways to approach these things, so we speed up the healing process. Because a lot of people get stuck and start looping at certain stages, say because they're creating so much judgment and criticism, and then they question their self-worth, and they start to think that, this is all their fault, and they really start to actually put themselves down and make themselves feel worse, instead of improving themselves and going, okay, I'm here to change this. This is exciting. My awareness and subconscious is now showing me something that I have a choice in this now, and taking their power back in a positive way. And knowing that most spiritual awakenings, or us awakening, always, and our healing processes usually are ignited straight after some significant event, where it could be a divorce or a separation from a long-term relationship, something that has been extremely pivotal to your actual reality, and your whole life is changing. And then this means that you start to reflect what things created that situation. Say if my marriage broke down, what part did I play in these things? This is not about putting yourself down, but just seeing what part did you play in these things. I also see so many clients come in and they have so much lack of self-love, right? And they've been in narcissistic or relationships with people who are abusive, that gaslight you and strip your self-confidence down to nothing, and make you question that everything that reason the relationship fell apart was all your fault. I just like to reaffirm that most relationships take two to tango, okay? And not always that, we can make a choice. If we've stayed in a relationship so long and that we just wanted to give our love and we wanted to work through things, that's not a bad thing, right? But sometimes we needed to learn when, or have better self-worth, to walk away from a relationship that someone's not changing, that it's not aligned anymore, that it's affecting you vibrationally, that you are getting more stressed, that it's dragging you down. That is when we need to start walking away. When we cannot have healthy communication with another and they are not in integrity to actually changing things with you, that you two are not being able to work together, and that your self-worth is being depleted because of the relationship, it's time to say goodbye. Because you deserve to be in a healthy relationship. But no healthy relationship can be formed without creating a healthy relationship with yourself, with your own self-love, with your own self-worth, with your own boundaries, with your own ability to communicate and be in integrity to who you are. So please just take all that in. Hopefully you found something that was valuable today. It kind of went a little bit off track, but I do that sometimes. I love to share and speak from my heart and just speak from my truth and in the moment. The only moment that's here is here and now. So thanks for joining me and sharing your moment right now with me. And I'm Kelly from Energetically Inspired. And if you found any of this valuable, please comment below. Please follow me, all the beautiful things that help to support me, so I can get more of my shares and awareness and my teachings and healings out to more people and help more people. Lots of love. Thanks.